Hello everyone, my name is Camus and today is going to be episode number 17 of our Town Hall 10 level 1 to max series. And as you can see, well, as exactly what I said in the previous episode. So in the previous episode I upgraded 3 spells to level 4, right? And it's still not max, there's still a level 5. And of course, it's just exactly what I said. In the last episode, I upgraded the air defenses to from level 5 to level 6 in between the episodes, and basically that's exactly 4 days, so there's no extra time for me to do any other upgrades. So let me just go and farm some loot. Now, well, miners not working at all. Like, I mean, after using the miners for quite a bit, like, because I keep using the Lv1 troop, right? That's particular troop called Lv1 in the previous episodes, and that strategy is just crazy strong, right? And then when jumping back into the miners, it's not really working that well. Like, of course, if you compare to that ridiculous troop, like that Lv1 troop, is just so crazy, right? But it feels that the miners are not as good as dragons, in my opinion. After quite a bit of farming, right? It's not really doing well for the miners. So, of course, I would need to take some time to find bases, but I mean, the miners aren't really doing well. Like, it's just so easy for them to go down, even with the healing spells. So here's already a decent base, so let's hit this one. So here is, I can see that 2 bomb towers, so maybe let me just go ahead and use the flame flinger here. Okay. And then, what about the heroes? Should I let the miners go through the core, or should I let the miners to get the side buildings? What do you think? Maybe sometimes getting the loot at the outside is also a good idea. Because this time seems that the majority of loot is right here. Maybe let me put a king here and pop king ability to try to take out most of these. Which is not really working well. I mean, so I need the queen for that. Because the king isn't really doing the job well. So let me just go and use all miners here. Try to get into the core, but I mean, it's really just try to, because it's not going to work in most cases. Oh, I should have left like 1 or 2 miners to the outside, because now none of them is going to the outside. It's just not ideal. Let me freeze on the expo, and let me heal here. Well, they're going down, so it's not working. It's just not working at all. It just didn't work out. It's just going to be a fail, probably. The hawks are coming out, but no one is going for this dark retreat. Because I placed the miners too early, like a bit too early, and that's not the ideal case. Oh, actually it was quite close, but not quite. There's a chance, okay? There's a chance, but it didn't work. If the hawks can take out the final buildings, I think that it would be your triple, but instead, I get like no gold. It's just not ideal, but I get all the elixir. That's crazy. So let me just go ahead and buy some CC troops using rate metals. I'm running off rate metals again, which is not good, but that's also needed, right? I also need to use that, or otherwise I can't even get a flame flinger. So finding a new base, the miners, not working. Should I find new strategies? I'm not sure. Or should I go back to using the dragons? I don't know, but you know what? If I use the dragons again, then it's basically another 10 or 9, right? That's basically another 10 or 9 level on the max. Because they're at like that series, I will use like 7 dragons for 30 episodes, which is just so crazy. And now maybe I should use miners for like 30 episodes? I don't know. Maybe less. Probably it's going to be less. But I mean, if the level of the queen increases quite a bit, then I can start using something like the queen charge miners. Maybe that's stronger. I'm not very sure. But I think that before that point, the dragons will actually be better in general because they're just strong. They're just overall strong. The miners, I mean, probably because they get quite a bit of nerfs, and therefore they aren't really that strong anymore. Like, and before I remember that the miners at TH10 is very strong, but maybe after some nerfs due to the hybrid being very strong, then it just becomes not as strong as before. So that's probably the reason, I believe, but I'm not very sure. So it's taking quite a while for me to find a base, so maybe let me just come back once I find the perfect base. Okay, so maybe let me try to hit this one. So even though not that much loot, but still a decent amount, so maybe let me try to hit this. So I'm going to use the flame flinger right here to try to take out this section of the base, and then maybe let me just try to go for which side. Let me think. So if I use the flame flinger right here and then use the heroes right here, then the miners will go through here. So let's try it out. So let me King+Queen here, and then all the miners. I should keep 2 miners, right? I should keep a couple of miners for backup. I shouldn't really spam all the miners in all the time. I should keep some for backup, because it's also not always a good idea to use all the miners at one time and then just run off miners to clean up some easy loot, right? There's sometimes some easy loot, but because I spam all the miners, I miss all of them. So right now I'm keeping some miners, but there's no easy loot. But there's no easy loot. So it's basically useless again. It's really awkward, like, but that's the case for this time. It's really weird, right? But that's exactly what's happening right now. The 2 miners, there's no easy loot. Like the miners that in the core basically covers all the buildings. So well, maybe because it's a 3-star, so there's no much pressure. So here's the 3-star, and let's just go ahead and see. So we get the star bonus. I mean, here's 3-star bonuses. And let me continue to train miners, even though it's not really working well. So for today, I have quite a bit of elixir, right? And do you know what I would like to do with a huge amount of elixir? Actually, I would like to upgrade the army camps, because you know what? I mean, you know what I wanted, right? I want to upgrade the army camps for more housing space. So let me upgrade 2 army camps, probably, or a 3rd one. Or should I do a 3rd one? If I do a 3rd one, then I will only upgrade dark elixir, and I can do nothing. So maybe let me upgrade 2 army camps and then do something in the lab. So I'm just going to upgrade the barbarians in the laboratory, going to level 7. It seems decent, right? It looks decent. So maybe let me upgrade the barbarians. The archers are no longer that important because the the look of the archers from the Archer Queen is just this look, right? So yeah, it's not going to be that much of a difference if I upgrade the level of archers, but of course I will also need to upgrade them anyways. So